This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, everybody, so last year we discussed how important it is to delve into the Yesodis and to understand. Without a clear understanding, we can't understand what the true Simcha is, what the Aura of Purim is, and now we're going to delve into the actual Avodah and how instead of just feeling that there was something that happened thousands of years ago, which as we explained yesterday, can make it feel distanced, feel abstract, what does it have to do with me? But when we're going through the Avodah of Purim, it'll make it feel real, tangible, and it wasn't just about the Yidden of Shushan, but it actually has to do directly with me. And when I'm doing Mashach Manas, Amatanas of Yonim, understanding that is not just understanding the mitzvah, but it's understanding me as a Yid and how I'm supposed to be changed, uplifted through this Yantif. And as I said yesterday, that the Or HaGadol can last not just for the day, not just to make me feel good on Shushan Purim when I wake up, but for the entire year. Page Kuf Peches Ois Beis. Or HaPurim Lahakir Bebiru She'inu Mavadai. Now we're going to explain that the Etzem Or, the essence of the day, is attaching ourselves, is tapping into Einu Mavadai. V'hine Mavur B'Sfarim HaKadoshim. Shebechag Purim Hashem Yisbarach Megala Es Asma B'toich Ha'olam. Hashem is Megal. Hashem reveals Himself into this world. Behiros muchletes b'li shum astaros. B'yom HaKadosh is that what happens? What happens on this day? As we know, it's a famous shlah. Every Yantif isn't just a history lesson, a walk through what happened thousands of years ago. Everything that happened then is revealed again and again, every single year, anew, once again. The Nisim of Purim, that koyach, the energy, the ar, replays itself. Pesach, Yetzias Mitzrayim, Kriyas Yamsuf, Makkos, Mon, Midbar. It all replays itself. All the ar, all the energy, all the hisgalus, all the hashgacha replays itself. It's a tremendous opportunity to tap into. That's what Yiddishkeit is all about. Says the Be'am Dakachal, Be'am HaKadosh Zeh Meir Begilu Bebiru, Ar HaEmes, Hashem Yisbarach Hu Elikim, Hashem, that Or, it's manifesting how? By telling us that Hashem is Elikim. What do we see? We're able to see the full scope of Hashem's yichud, of Hashem's oneness. We're able to recognize and we're able to feel that Hashem is everything. Kipshutei mamash. V'zeichim lehargish she'amuna einenu davar mufshet. Kira'ayon. On this day, what Hashem is offering to us, and we have to do our work to tap into it, but we're zeichet to be margish, to feel that amuna isn't just something that goes in quotes, it's not just something that goes on the front of a sefer, amuna b'tachin, but amuna is something real. It's something mamashistic. It's something tangible. It's a mitzias. V'hi achayim amitim. And when we have that, and when we work on that, we realize that with Amunah, we have everything. That's chayim amitim. That's chayim of real truth, of true happiness. V'zeh iskal b'nis Purim. How do we see this was after with Purim? Sharei Hashem Yisbarach sivev b'toich darkei hateva es neisa atzala hanifla. Ubezeh heres goydel yichulei v'shalitasoi v'shakol ha'isa levadai ve'inoid. What happened on this day is that Hashem Yisbarach was megale b'toich derech hateva. There was a lottery. That's the most real thing. Kriyas Yamsuf was behind the scenes. There was no button. There was no mizgalus. Hashem didn't make it happen through. Right? There was the Makkos Empire didn't listen, and then Hashem did this incredible, and the sea just split. Klal Yisrael, they thought they would die, and Hashem. This is all through the Nisa of Purim is all through Mitzias. It's all through Teva. And what Hashem is showing us in the Nisa of Purim is that even when we think B'derech HaTeva, we're stuck. We feel there's no other way. We feel panic-stricken. As the Yidden did in Shushan, when all the odds come out against us, even b'darach hateva, the poor the raffle, the lot came out that we should be annihilated on that day. And even Metoich HaTeva, where everyone sees it and everyone's aware Hashem can turn that around, that was the Nes of Purim. Why? As we just said, Kol ma shehaman Rasha chashav shu payil v'oiseh v'tichnin tachnios v'Hashem yisbarach herle shakol pal havach v'kol pal b'soif rakutzon Hashem yisbarach. As we said, Haman, he made the poor, and he thought he was in the driver's seat, and he thought he was going to take down and annihilate Klal Yisrael. It was all, everyone saw it. When Hashem came, and Hashem undid everything and turned everything hafuch, Hashem made everything turn out to there. That is what shows, that's what reminds us today in 2026, that even b'derech hateva, when things don't seem that we want it in a way that makes us scared, there's always the Eibishter, and Hashem can turn everything, even b'derech hateva, all around. When the doctor says this is the way it's going to be, when shidduchim is going a certain way, when trying to find the zivug is just taking too long, when parnasa just not able to pay the bills, when my child is still not in school a day before this year starts. These are all tevadik things, and we think, what in teva? It's not where we're at. Purim is the reminder that even derech hateva, not even in derech hateva, of course Hashem is the man in teva, but we can't forget that sometimes that's often the hardest thing to remember. That b'derech hateva also Hashem is there, and no doctor makes a difference, and no boss, and no rav, and no doctor, nothing makes it. It's all the Eibishter. And when we have Hashem in Lamal Derech HaTeva, but even in Derech HaTeva, this is something that Rabbi Neshama Eibster talks about. A lot of times the thing Hashem is always Lamal HaTeva, but in Derech HaTeva, daily stuff, the things that we're scared about, the things that we're uncertain, the things that hurt us, the things that, it's all Hashem. And whatever we think is already gestempled, it's over, it's done, the Yidden also thought they were done. And we remind ourselves, the Nes of Purim is Hashem can undo it all, and Hashem can turn it around, not in 1 second, in a millisecond, in a fraction, the smallest, a terasecond. That's what Purim is, turning everything around in Teva. And that's the happiness, that's one of the inyanim of happiness on this day.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.